Imagine a journey where every twist and turn sends chills down your spine. Picture yourself alongside Michael and Mackey, stepping into the unknown aboard the Cursed Express. As the eerie whispers ricochet off the carriage walls, you feel an unsettling presence. Suddenly, entities with glowing eyes emerge from the shadows, their alien murmurs echoing through the train. The carriage transforms into a realm of shadows, each form alive and malevolent. As you navigate this labyrinthine nightmare, the train plunges into an abyss, your fate uncertain. This is the chilling odyssey of Michael and Mackey on the Cursed Express. What would you do if you were in their shoes? Riding on the coattails of dread, Michael and Mackey dare to venture into the dining car. The clatter of cutlery and the faint aroma of once delicious meals hang heavy in the air. But as they step in, they are met with a sight that curdles their blood. The once grand dining car, now a ghostly banquet hall, with rotting food festering on the tables. The once crystal chandeliers flicker erratically, casting grotesque shadows on the decay below. The waitstaff, spectral and hollow-eyed, shuffle aimlessly, serving the rotten feast to unseen guests. Their transparent forms weave between the tables, their spectral whispers adding to the eerie symphony. The clinking of their ghostly trays and the soft murmur of their phantom voices fill the air with a chilling, ethereal melody. Michael gulps, his nerves on fire as he watches a spectral waiter pour a thick black liquid into a ghostly wineglass. Mackey, tight-lipped and pale, steps back as a phantom waitress passes through him, her cold presence making him shiver. Will they ever escape from this gruesome gastronomic experience? Or will they become permanent guests in this haunted dining car? Stay tuned as the Cursed Express hurtles deeper into the abyss. From the chilling dining car, Michael and Mackey stumble into the next carriage, hoping for a reprieve. But what they find is a lone, ghostly passenger, his spectral form shimmering in the dim light. He turns to them, his hollow eyes filled with sorrow and regret. His voice, a whispering echo, tells a tale of a doomed journey from the past. The Cursed Express, he begins, was once a beacon of luxury and elegance, but it was destined for tragedy. On its maiden voyage, a terrible storm struck, and it derailed, plunging into an abyss. Everyone on board perished, and we are now trapped in an eternal loop, reliving our final hours. His tale sends chills down their spines, their hearts aching for the spectral victims of this tragic past. The ghostly passenger fades away, leaving them in the chilling grip of his tale. With newfound determination, Michael and Mackey resolve to break this cycle and free the trapped souls. But will they succeed, or will they too become part of the Cursed Express's tragic history? Keep watching as our protagonists delve deeper into the supernatural mysteries of this haunted train. Leaving the spectral remnants of the ghostly passenger behind, Michael and Mackey tread with caution as they enter the next carriage. The air grows colder, and an eerie silence engulfs them. Suddenly, a phantom figure materializes before them. Dressed in a faded uniform, a cap perched atop his spectral head, stands the train's conductor, his presence more commanding than terrifying. "You tread on dangerous ground," he intones, his voice echoing around the carriage. "This train is a prison of souls, bound by the chains of the past. Many have tried to break the cycle. All have failed." His eyes, glowing like embers, lock onto Michael and Mackey. The path ahead is fraught with peril. Only the brave or the foolish dare to tread it. Remember, every action has consequences, and the wrong choice could seal your fate. His warning hangs heavy in the air as he fades away, leaving a stunned Michael and Mackey in his wake. The stakes have been raised. Will they heed the phantom conductor's warning, or will they press on, risking their own souls to free the trapped spirits? Stay tuned as our intrepid duo ventures further into the heart of the Cursed Express. Following the phantom conductor's ominous warning, Michael and Mackey, with a newfound sense of trepidation, advance into the next carriage. This one is filled with stacks of old, dust-covered luggage, a chilling testament to the many souls who have been trapped aboard the Cursed Express. As they approach, the air grows denser, and a strange energy seems to pulse from the piles of forgotten baggage. Suddenly, the luggage springs to life. Suitcases burst open, revealing personal items from a bygone era: a child's cherished toy, a woman's pearl necklace, a soldier's tarnished medal, a writer's ink-stained diary. Each item, a piece of someone's life, their joy, their sorrow, their hopes, their dreams. These are more than just objects, Michael murmurs, picking up a faded photograph of a smiling family, now forever separated by the cruel hands of fate. They're fragments of lives, of stories left untold. The haunting heirlooms speak volumes about the past passengers, their lives cruelly cut short aboard the cursed express. Each item is a chilling reminder of the dangers that lie ahead. The question remains, will Michael and Mackey heed the warning, or will they continue their perilous journey, risking their own fate? As the tension mounts, stay tuned for the next spine-chilling chapter of their unearthly odyssey. As Michael and Mackey move further into the haunted train, they find themselves approaching a pitch-black tunnel. As the train plunges into the darkness, an eerie silence descends. "This is the screaming tunnel," whispers Mackey, his voice trembling slightly. The moment the words leave his mouth, the silence is shattered by a chorus of blood-curdling screams echoing through the depths of the tunnel. "Those are the voices of the passengers who came before us. Their spirits trapped forever in this tunnel," Michael explains, his voice barely audible over the deafening cacophony. The screams are not just sounds, they are stories, tales of terror and despair that reverberate through the cold, dark tunnel. Each scream is a chilling reminder of the terrible fate that befell the previous passengers of the cursed express. As the train emerges from the other side of the tunnel, the screams fade into a haunting echo, a grim reminder of the horrors they've just witnessed. The air is thick with the palpable fear, but Michael and Mackey press on, bracing themselves for the next terrifying encounter on their journey through the cursed express. "Look at that," Michael points out, his voice echoing in the eerily quiet carriage. His finger is directed towards a seemingly ordinary compartment door, except it isn't. Mackey squints, and in his disbelief sees the door flicker like a faulty projector reel. "Is it disappearing?" Mackey stammers, his voice barely a whisper. "Not just disappearing," Michael corrects him, "it's vanishing and reappearing." They approach cautiously, the door flickering in and out of existence in front of them. As if obeying some phantom command, the door solidifies, inviting them in. They step into the compartment, the air inside heavy with the scent of old leather and dust. The compartment is much like any other, save for a chilling difference. The window does not show the passing scenery, but instead, a swirling vortex of colors and shadows. Suddenly, the door flickers again, and with a jolt, they're back in the corridor, the compartment gone as if it never existed. They glance at each other, their faces pale. "The vanishing compartment," Michael murmurs, his voice echoing in the silent corridor. The cursed express has a new story to tell, one of a compartment that exists between reality and the spectral realm, a new terror to add to its haunting legacy. As they continue their journey, they can't shake off the feeling of the vanishing compartment, its mystery lingering in the air, a spectral reminder of their ongoing odyssey. "Are you seeing what I'm seeing?" Mackey questions, his eyes wide as saucers as the train suddenly starts to shake. A strange hum fills the air, the sound vibrating through their bodies. We're moving," Michael stammers, gripping a seat for support. The scenery outside the window changes rapidly, blurring into a kaleidoscope of colors. The train is no longer passing through the familiar landscape, but is now speeding through time. "We're in a time warp," Michael announces, his voice filled with awe and fear. The window reveals scenes from past journeys, the train's inaugural run, jubilant passengers celebrating, and the conductor in his shiny new uniform. Then the scene shifts to future journeys, the train standing alone in a decrepit station, the paint peeling, the tracks overgrown with weeds. The visions are fleeting, changing every few seconds, a whirlwind tour of the train's past and future. "The cursed express," Michael murmurs. "It's not just haunted by ghosts, it's haunted by time." As the train slows down, they find themselves back in their own time, the normal landscape returning outside the window. They're left with the haunting images of the train's past and future, a chilling reminder of the temporal anomaly they've just experienced. The time warp, a new chapter in the tale of the cursed express, leaves them pondering the nature of time and the train's eerie connection to it. As they continue their journey, the echo of the time warp lingers, a haunting melody in the symphony of their unearthly odyssey. Something's not right, Michael states, his gaze fixed on the engine car up ahead. Its smokestack churning out dark smoke, the engine appears more menacing than ever. The train ... IT, not on its tracks, Mackey observes, his voice shaking. He's right, the train is veering off course, following a path that doesn't exist on any map. It's the engine, Michael realizes. It S ... IT S possessed. The engine roars to life, the sound reverberating through the carriage. The train lurches, picking up speed, the landscape outside becoming a blur. The cursed express is living up to its name, Mackey comments wryly, holding on tight as the train barrels down the phantom track. This isn't just a ghost train, Michael muses. It's a rogue train, a possessed engine driving us to who knows where. The train seems to have a mind of its own, its path unpredictable, its destination unknown. The possessed engine, the latest twist in their unearthly odyssey, leaves them in uncharted territory. As they hurtle through the unknown, the train's ghostly passengers seem unfazed, as if this is just another stop on their eternal journey. The possessed engine, a force beyond their control, continues its relentless drive, the train's haunting whistle echoing in the distance. As the possessed engine's haunting whistle fades into the distance, the train begins to slow. We're pulling into a station, Mackey observes, peering out at the approaching platform. The station is deserted, save for a gust of wind that sends a tumbleweed rolling across the tracks. This is it, Michael declares, the final stop, the end of the line. The train grinds to a halt, its doors creaking open. The ghostly passengers rise, their ethereal forms shimmering in the dim light. One by one they disembark, fading away as they step onto the platform. This is their final destination, Mackey realizes. The ghost station. The station, though abandoned, feels alive with spectral energy, each ghost leaving behind a trace of their eternal journey. As the last passenger disembarks, the train's doors close with an ominous clang. The engine roars to life once more, the train pulling away from the ghost station, leaving Michael and Mackey alone on the platform. The ghost station, their final destination, is their last chance to unravel the mystery of the cursed express. As the train's lights recede into the distance, they're left in the eerie silence of the ghost station, the echoes of the departed passengers, their only company. "Are we really going to get out of here, Mackey?" Michael asks, his voice echoing through the deserted station. "Yes, we are," Mackey answers, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. They venture into the station, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. They find a forgotten exit, the door rusted shut. With a combined effort, they manage to push it open. "Freedom!" Michael exclaims as the cool night air greets them. But as they step out into the moonlight, they realize their ordeal is not over. The ghost station disappears behind them, replaced by the endless expanse of the desert. They are alone, the ghostly echoes of the passengers still ringing in their ears. They start walking, the desert stretching out before them. "We escaped the cursed express," Mackey states, looking back at the vanishing station. "But we'll never be free of its haunting memories." As they trudge through the sand, the chilling whistle of the possessed engine rings out in the distance, a ghostly reminder of their nightmarish journey. The echoes of the cursed express will forever haunt their dreams, a spectral memory of their unearthly odyssey.